hit record in case anyone wants to say anything live, or you're too late. The show's changed a little bit since last time. Not that I would expect you to remember any of that.
I remember a bit of it. I remember being basically... Go on, tell me what it's going to be like.
I think, is it looser than last time?
It's been a while. We're older now.
We are older now. So there is a more formal intro, but I'll do that in the editing phase. So we'll just do a cold open. So we'll just fade up at some point. And if there's anything like you've got going on that you particularly want to plug, we can do that towards the end. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll pull the questions out of a hat and try not to pass out too obviously.
I mean, what I remember was there's something in a hat, and then we just blather.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is the gist of it.
That's what we've been doing for the last 8 years.
And I'm not sure if, like, in the narrative, we're in the hat when this is... Is this environment in the hat?
That's news to me if that's the case.
It's just...
But it would explain why it's stuffy.
It wouldn't explain the appearance of another hat inside the hat, though.
Oh, that's the conversation hat. I didn't see that.
Well, that's the form it is today.
That's one of it.
It's a bit of a lazy hat, if I'm being honest. It could have been like a top hat. Or...
I mean, you're going to get punished by the hat at this rate. This is a great way to get... Oh no, are there extra hats? Sven, come prepared with additional hats. Oh yeah, okay.
A Lou Sanders Dick Inspector hat.
Oh, it doesn't matter what the hat is. You don't have like a canonical hat.
There is a canonical hat. It's shape-shifting.
Is that it?
Well, it was, and now it's this. It's the same hat.
Sorry,
I don't know what you're referring to.
I feel like I'm interfering now. And being a dickhead.
Don't pull at the threads too hard.
It's the one thing that was like set and structured here, and I fucked with it already.
Yeah, this is the only format element, is that we don't question the hat. How you doing, Martin? What have you been up to?
Is this... Are you doing the podcast?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, it started already?
Yeah. I mean, I'll fade up at some point, but
okay,
yeah.
I should stop by wiping my brow. We should probably kick off by saying it's very hot here, right?
Yeah.
Because, otherwise people would be looking at us thinking, Jesus.
What's wrong with
Look at those sweaty men.
Sweaty men.
Yeah, we're just naturally sweaty.
I mean, I am naturally sweaty, but also it is quite hot today.
It's pretty miserable.
Didn't need to start my day off doing a shit ton of gardening.
No, that was a mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did it.
But then you don't live here, so you don't have to come back and do any gardening again. For a
No,
while.
I have to go home and probably do some gardening at home.
Yeah, but that'd be fine because you'd be home.
Your first gardening wasn't at home?
No, it was at my grandma's house.
Oh, right, Jesus.
Grandma's gardening.
Cutting a lot of stuff from the empty house next door that's hanging over into her garden, and then just throwing it back.
The house is leaning into her garden.
No, the garden is leaning into the garden, but it's the garden from the house adjacent to her house.
The house is unoccupied.
The gardens are also adjacent, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. As long as, because I was going to say, if the house is leaning in, that's an architectural issue. That's not on you.
No amount of trimming the verge will help.
Martin, when was the last time you trimmed a verge? A normal question.
Laying up the easy ones. I don't do much gardening.
No, fair enough.
I used to cut lawns when I was a kid. That's how I made money. Buy comic books. But
Nice.
no, don't have any gardening experience.
I think the last time I did proper gardening was when I had work experience at the Cambridge University Botanics. I nearly killed a very old tree, and then they were like, go cut the grass with these scissors.
Don't give him anything bigger than scissors.
Yeah, the grass isn't too old to be a problem, but just go over there now.
Didn't give you a strimmer?
No.
Okay, or a lawnmower?
No.
They're pretty foolproof.
No. Well,
Wow.
yeah. Well, I think their instruction was go prune that tree. I did prune it. I just pruned it a lot. And they were like, no, not that much. That's unhelpful.
I feel like you should have been given clearer instructions.
I feel like I
blame
think
anyone other than you.
Yeah, I was 17. You never trust a 17-year-old with anything.
They should have started by defining what prune meant.
I think they assumed I knew that. Because I guess I implied that I knew what gardening was.
It's funny when you're little and people ask you to do something and you kind of go, I don't want to seem stupid, so I'll just pretend I understood what they asked for and just do my...
Yeah.
Give it my best shot, and then you just completely fuck up.
Oh, I do that as a grown-up.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, you just do less.
I do that as an adult.
and then-
I'll do something close to that. And
I'd rather stand around and theorise what it is you're asking me to do rather than actually do it. Because it's 5 to 5, and I think if we keep this conversation going, I can leave on time.
Is it 5 to 5?
No, this is just me reminiscing about having like a normal job.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I was about to say, wow, that's...
I was thinking he's already lost his nerve in this podcast. So I was also confused. I thought he was talking about now, what's happening right now.
Yeah, should we just leave?
We could leave. It's fine.
We
Just
could
keep the cameras rolling for 40 minutes.
Do some gardening?
I don't want to do any more gardening.
Okay. We should probably do the podcast.
We should probably do the podcast. I mean, shall we just dip into the hat then and see what happens?
Do you not explain? Is the audience so loyal?
They are so loyal that they know exactly
They'll dip
what's
into the hat. They're like, okay, they're doing something with a hat.
Well, I suppose if someone's brand new and they've clicked on the Conversation Hat podcast and then we say, shall we dip into the hat? And then the next thing that happens is a question. I think they'll piece it together.
Well, I'm going to be a good boy and say for any new folk who've joined, the format is there's a bunch of bits of paper in this pink hat.
Yes.
And I don't actually remember because it's been a long time since I've been on this podcast, but I think, is it just like one word written on them or a sentence or what?
No, it's like a question.
Oh, question. Okay, cool.
So, sometimes it could just be like a one-word question. We did have the word fart
Yes.
in the capitals. That was a good episode.
Didn't really go anywhere.
No. So we'll do two or three of these, depending on...
Some have been submitted by listeners.
That's true. Those will have the person's name on. Some have been manifested by the hat itself.
Some of them have been written by us while suffering from heat stroke. We'll
Yes.
see how
we'll
it
see.
goes.
So do you want to stick your hand in?
I'll give it a go.
You
To the hat.
to the hat. Thank you. You unfurl the thing. You say what it says, and we see if we can get 10 minutes of content out of it. That's the
See
game.
if we can solve the world's problems.
solve the world's problems one
actually, I
hat
like
at a time.
I like this question. Which animal would give the worst milk?
I don't like goat milk.
It's funny, I was just about to say something about goats. Go on anyway.
I don't like goat's cheese. I think it's the tanginess or the bit there's a sourness to it that makes me think that it should be wrong. But I think we can do better than goats.
Before you do, I remember a guy I used to live with in Glasgow. He told me that he hated goat's cheese, and his explanation was, I hate goat's cheese because it tastes like how I imagine goats smell. And I thought that was a pretty interesting description.
Okay. I mean, it would to an extent, especially it depends when you visit the goats. But yeah,
During the milking times.
during the milking
certainly.
times.
Yeah.
No, I get that. Like cat food tastes like it smells. If you smell cat food, you don't need to eat it.
Smells. Okay. No, I guess, yeah. They're related.
Well,
clearly.
aren't smell and taste sort of the same thing, just accessed by a different orifice? It's the same thing. It's
Phrasing,
just
but
nose
sure.
hole or mouth hole, surely. No? Explain how I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't know if I can.
yeah,
You aren't fully wrong. You're not
I'll take
right.
it. I'll take it.
But yeah, the smell influences taste.
Yeah.
So you're not. Yeah.
I've never tasted something and gone, wow, that is completely the opposite of how it smells.
You can milk venomous creatures,
Oh yeah, and not get poisoned.
like getting the venom out of a snake. They make it bite like a sippy cup with cling film on the top. That's
See-
known as milking.
But you're getting the poison out.
Yeah.
So it's not milk.
But it's called
But
milking.
it's called milking. So that would be a really bad milk out of a snake. Would it be called milk if you milk it?
You can't milk snakes. They have no nipples.
Is milking specifically for nipples?
Actually,
Where-
yeah, that's a good point we should clarify here. Like, are we, like you call things like almond milk?
Yes.
Like, obviously, that's not.
Because they don't have nipples.
So,
or-
like,
yeah.
it's something you basically can pulp, like an animal. You can just pulp
Yeah.
up,
So if you like blitz up an elephant
or just
and squeeze it out.
Nelly milk.
or just mash it up a bit, or chuck loads of animals into one thing until the water is so contaminated with the smell taste
The smaced.
that you think of it as like, oh, I guess that's milk now. It's
Yeah.
sort of imbibed with enough of whatever it is about the animal that makes it taste weird.
Wouldn't that be...
Imbibed is the wrong word I used there. Sorry, but can we cut that out?
Nope.
No.
Okay, go on.
Especially
love
not that
the-
you've drawn attention to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I like the word imbibed, and
Yeah.
I stand by it even if it's
yeah,
used
let's just
incorrectly.
imbibed. Let's just say that.
Imbued?
Yes?
Sure.
Why
I
not?
don't know.
But surely if we get all of the zoo animals and put it in water and sort of shake it about, we're getting dangerously close to soup.
Isn't soup just milk?
Well, then that's what I'm thinking. Is almond milk not just almond soup?
It is.
I guess I need to know how almond milk.
I'll have oat soup in my coffee, please.
Is it a bisque if it's cold? Or is that gazpacho? What am I thinking of?
Gazpacho, it's a cold soup.
Almond gazpacho.
So we haven't come any closer to.
No.
No, we've gone further away. if anything.
So where are the confines? Are we just saying the thing has to have the ability to produce milk in the kind of classic sense, like a mammal?
Yeah, in the classic feeding of an infant sense. Yeah.
So you're planting that flag. You're
I
saying
think so.
Okay.
I think so.
You're the boss.
Good.
I think.
You've planted that flag.
I have.
So
no snakes for you.
all right, no snakes, no spiders or scorpions or nothing like that,
Yeah.
unless we mush them and
I don't want to
make the soup. That's a soup.
That is a
that's,
soup.
So that's the soup. So it needs to be
Gazpacho.
from something with boobs that can express.
Well, I guess then the next obvious one would be a skunk, given the smell.
Ooh,
But does the
skunk milk would be bad.
but the
Would it though?
the smell of the skunk comes from the other end, and is a weapon.
But the thing is, they might like the smell of themselves. I got it. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right. You're right. Like maybe, I mean, there must be some element of that smell to them. I think.
Yeah.
I've never got my hands around a skunk, so I don't know.
Oh, you're missing out.
Give him a big grab. They're actually not that bad.
I feel like skunk milk would be stinky because like how flamingos eat stuff that makes them pink.
Yes.
Then the skunk might express something that would be stinky. Skunk poop must be awful.
And you'd imagine they reside somewhat close to each other, the place where the milk is and the place where the stinky stuff is.
I mean, it's less than a skunk away.
I was going to say less than one skunk away.
And they are connected by kind of valves and tissues.
That's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be loose skunk bits.
It would actually be really interesting if skunk milk was really delicious. Of course, if it was, we'd know. Although it might be, it just might not be mass producible enough to be viable to
Or
sell.
it could be because they've got that smell weapon. That's what keeps people away. So that's why no one's tried to eat a skunk.
So actually, might be uncharted territory. This might be a
This
new
could be.
frontier that no one's actually
We are-
dared to explore.
Yeah.
So it's like bees and honey.
In
Bees-
what way?
Bees protect the honey because it's delicious.
Right,
So they
yes.
sting you. Skunk milk, fantastic.
Right.
But they're like, no, get away,
Get away
with
from
a
there.
smell.
But they're more effective than bees because we've had honey.
We need someone noseless to investigate. Voldemort from Harry Potter could go and suckle a skunk.
Yes, the fictional Voldemort
Yep.
will help us in this endeavour.
And it was never explained that he can't smell, or it was never clarified that he can't smell. He's lost the front bit. He can still smell.
that's
He's got little
true.
slits.
Isn't
right?
that just the form he's chosen to take? Isn't he a bit like Sauron in that he can look however he wants?
I think it's not like that because Sauron can look whatever he wants. I think Voldemort's so evil and so fucked up from
That his
dark
nose
magic
fell off.
that he became snake-like.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, he can always just use polyjuice potion and just turn himself into something else. and then
Pop a
he
nose
becomes-
on.
Yeah. So how do we milk Lord Voldemort? Do we get like the sippy cup with the I'll wank him off? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I see.
Hold
That's
on,
a different
we're
kind.
milking Lord Voldemort now.
I just because he's a bit
got
like
it,
a
yeah.
snake.
I was
was
actually
the
I'm surprised it
dot
took us that long to get to that type of joke.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all putting it off for the last 10
I hadn't even
minutes.
thought about it. I'm very innocent. Right, okay, I'll continue.
I think skunk is an excellent, but also we're going for worst.
We haven't done much work, though. I mean, like,
No, this is true.
it's the only suggestion that has been yet put forward.
I
I guess it is the best in that case.
So far, it meets all the criteria. So
I know
far.
we're going for worst,
Yeah,
and I know that seal milk is very, very thick. It's like paste because of the fat content. It's probably gross.
Maybe not, though.
But do you think that polar bear milk would come out like ice cream?
do I think that polar bear milk would come out like ice cream?
Because it's cold where they are.
Yes, thank you.
So you could just get like some cones. Maybe that's what Madonna was doing. Get some cones on the teats and like Mr. Whippy.
Okay, love the visual imagery. The polar bear is furry to keep warm, right?
Yeah.
So then wouldn't
Because
everything...
it's cold outside.
Because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
So then wouldn't the insides of the polar bear, including the milk, also be warm?
I don't think we really need to discuss that. I mean, I don't think that's up for debate, but like we can do. You can put forward the opinion that polar bears are frozen in the center, and therefore their milk is ice cream. But like, you know, I guess you could just say it again, and then we'll just sit there and laugh. You know,
Polar bear milk comes out like Mr. Whippy because they're cold.
Because they're what?
Because they're cold, Liam.
Oh, I see. But it would be more
Right,
like...
I was promised laughter.
No. But it's not... When did it become cream rather than frozen milk?
maybe it's just so goddamn cold outside. Well, we know it is, that it instantly
must
turns
be.
to... the poor polar bears. It would suck, wouldn't it? Well, I guess if they're right on it, which they would be.
Yeah.
The kids, the polar bear cublets, whatever they're called.
Cublets.
Polar bear
Not just
cublets.
cubs, but small cubs. Brand new cubs.
They're so close. So it's gonna come. It's been lovely and warm. I'm gonna say I think it would be rather okay. Polar bear milk. I think it'd be fine.
But what temperature would the milk be?
Ice cream.
Now, hang on. That's not a temperature.
Ice cream temperature.
Ice cream temperature.
Because it's ice cream.
And why is that?
Because it's cold where
Oh,
they
I
are.
see. Because it's cold.
That's why it doesn't happen in zoos. Because it's
it doesn't happen in zoos. Because it's
not as cold in the zoos. Because the customers wouldn't want to go.
But wouldn't that kind of be? I mean, that would be an amazing superpower if, like, they're able to, like, their insides have been developed and evolved over years to be frozen, and then they're brought to a warm climate, and then suddenly, it just magically turns out that they can actually exist at high temperatures as well, and they're fine.
Do they not have to shave the polar bears?
Don't have to.
Yeah, actually, I wonder. Now that I think about it, how hot can it be for polar bears? Maybe they just keep them really chilled out.
Maybe they just keep it really cold there. So the milk would still be ice cream temperature because it's cold
feeling
there.
sad about zoos. Thank you. Although that is the ideal place to go and test out our milk hypothesis,
Yeah, we could just get
whatever it is.
a bunch of pails and then just go squeeze all the animals.
Squeeze all the animals.
That penguin didn't want to be squeezed.
Be lucky we're not making soup.
Yeah.
What else is a hard? What else is a traditionally repulsive animal? I mean, we said skunk, you know, and famously polar bear.
The repulsive polar bear. Spiders? They don't have...
Don't have boobs.
Yeah.
And
suppose.
Widdicombe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, what humans' milk would be the
Very,
worst milk?
very sour, I imagine.
Sour and slightly gone off as well. I
Yeah.
think.
Don't people reach a certain age where they stop making milk? I didn't go to a good school, so I don't know these things.
Making milk.
That's why the podcast exists, because of the failed British education system.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it must be,
No, the
surely.
answer is yes.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I'm not including death in
It's,
this.
I was about to say,
it's also not that they just keep producing milk and then, like, at some point they stop. There are, like, certain conditions that happen.
Right, okay,
that need
like-
to- yeah.
Like a rotation of... Yeah,
or,
okay.
or like, I think hormones you can take or something, but let's not get into that.
Ah.
It's not important. But maybe Anne Widdecombe, even at her advanced stage, could possibly be compelled to produce some milk. I'm not sure.
I think that'd be pretty bad.
I think that would be pretty bad. I mean, the question is animal, not person. Not specific individual.
Okay.
But
Get back. Animal, I suppose. I'm
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
you couldn't say a gangrenous dog. You'd just have to say dog.
Yes, including the gangrenous ones.
I think hyena.
Hyena milk.
Hyena's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah, they're miserable looking things. Which means that their milk must be horrible.
Yep.
That's how that works. That's why we...
But they're also so, like, aren't they, like, because they're scavengers, you'd imagine they'd be all starving, their body wouldn't be putting the effort in, and, you know. be all
And they'd
just like-
laugh at you while you milk them.
Yeah.
I'm trying my hardest. Stop ridiculing me. This is all I
The
got.
laughing makes it so much more horrible. Shut up. By the way, we are drinking from the animal. That's, like, how this works, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
It's not
what-
like
yeah.
it's not like it's been given to you in a cafe. It's just you have to go and get your
Well, I
mouth around
mean,
it.
would that be more... I think that'd be more off-putting in a way, like to just sit down in a nice little, I don't know, Peak District cafe with a scone and a cup of tea and a
China
coffee.
teacup on a saucer.
And the little old lady in her pinny says, "That's from a hyena," once I've already drunk a load.
I will disagree. I think it'd be worth to be sprawled in the Serengeti, suckling the slightly hairy teat
Yeah,
of a chattering monster.
I suppose if you include the journey to and from.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going hyena.
Hyena's a good bet.
If I can't,
What-
can't
what-
say Anne Widdecombe.
What milks have you
Come on,
had?
that's the best answer so far.
That's true.
Also, Skunk, Hyena, and Whitcomb is interesting company she keeps.
It's just the Reform
Feels
Party now.
right.
Yeah,
Feels
yeah.
right.
Oh, they've taken back control of Clacton, so good for them. What milks have we had collectively?
Cow.
Cow. I think that might be the only animal milk I've had, because I was raised on soya milk, which is why I'm so well put together now. I am partial to oat milk, and I appreciate that isn't actually a milk, but still. I don't think I've had many other milks.
I think I've had breast milk ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
I believe I had goat's milk, and I remember thinking, that's fine.
Now, why was it ice cream?
Oh,
Was it?
Because it was very cold.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a while a few years ago that everyone was just making.
That's true. It was a
Milk ice
fad.
cream.
It was a fad, I remember. Would you like to pull another question out? I think we've done that. I think
Have we not clarified what's the winner?
I think it was hyena or skunk.
Well,
I think we can have
being the two
individual
options that we
answers.
put forward. Or
Yeah.
polar bear as well, yeah, I suppose.
Did we think polar bear would be
I
gross
think
or would it
polar
just
bear
be
would
ice
be
cream?
nice.
Yeah, then that's not the question we're answering.
I think hyena would be the worst as an experience.
Sure. Okay. That
I
makes
guess
sense.
I guess we'll agree to disagree if that's even allowed. But I assume it is. I assume
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be in disagreement with you, or maybe it's
Yeah, you
like
can.
you've got
Yeah.
3 people, so maybe you've done that deliberately, so 2 can outvote the other one to avoid a tie.
We haven't thought that far ahead.
So are you going for skunk?
I'm going skunk. You're going what is it? Hyena?
Oh gosh. Terry Wogan.
Okay, I think skunk. So
Oh, then I'll go skunk then.
that's not how that works.
I don't care. Pull a question out.
Okay, thank you.
Poor listeners. I introduced a nice element of tension there, and you all fucked it up.
They don't want tension. That's why they're here.
Sorry, Liam went for the milk of a dead man.
Is Terry Wogan dead?
Terry Wogan died
Shit, when?
just after being alive.
I thought you were going to say like Thursday.
Like
uh-oh.
no, like a while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a couple of years back, no?
Yeah.
2, 3.
Oh, damn. Is that why they replaced him in Eurovision?
Yes.
No, he was replaced ages ago.
Was
no,
it?
no,
I
hold
thought-
on. No, I'm
thought-
talking nonsense. No, I'm not. He was replaced
He
with
was,
Graham Norton
yeah.
ages ago. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
I
Yeah.
thought, was it not because he
He wasn't-
died that he
No,
was
no,
replaced?
no. It's Graham. Graham's been doing it for bloody ages.
That's what I thought, yeah.
He's such a poor man's Terry Wogan. He really is on Eurovision. He's rubbish. And that one of the best things about the Eurovision was Terry Wogan.
Yeah.
And also Graham, he can't count. Like even in the most basic sense. So he still thinks there's all this jeopardy happening when everyone else looks at the scoreboard and goes, oh well, they're untouchable now, they're going to win. And he's like, oh yeah, they still have a chance. Like, no, they don't, Graham. When are you going to figure it out? Like, can you not just add 12 to the number that's currently there?
Probably not after that many gin and tonics.
He's rubbish. Fellow countryman, I like Graham Norton. He's funny, but he's a crap Terry Wogan.
You could say that about nearly everyone. And I do when I meet them. Hi, nice to meet you. You're a terrible Terry Wogan.
Shall I read the question out?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Who is the worst Terry Wogan?
Oh.
I thought you might say that, yeah.
That's not what it says.
No, very good. Very good, Ben. Because it's cold outside.
Where would you most like to be a fly on the wall?
Oh, the wall then. Be hard on the roof.
Would
Just
you
be a
like to
fly
be a
on
fly
the
on the
wall.
wall?
Yeah.
But the centre of the wall.
Yeah.
The corner of the
Top
wall.
left, please.
Top left. I love top left.
But there's a little hole at being there because that will prevent rain from washing me away.
Very practical. Yep, next question.
Far away from the spider's web. Wherever the
Yes,
spider's
yes.
web is far away from
the
there.
spiders.
It really depends on the spiders.
Like an absence of Venus traps.
Yes.
The album, The Wall.
Ah. Track 3, please.
That's that's the Wall album I'd most like to be on.
Where would you most like... So, like, what, a historical situation you'd like to watch unfurl?
No, it just says where.
Where?
So,
Ah.
like, where in the world? I assume now. It's not given time.
I'll say Cambridge.
Where in history? I like the idea of being able to go back and look at something that happened. Sorry, I'm talking too
Yeah,
quietly.
okay, let's do
you're
that.
fine.
Where would you like to be a fly on a wall in history? What
think in
events
history.
would you like to have witnessed?
There's so many things. I'd like to see when the deliberations that Kaiser Wilhelm had when he was like figuring out exactly what to do prior to World War One. The only problem is I don't speak German, so I don't think I'd understand.
But do flies speak German?
I've made the assumption that I don't have the intelligence of a fly, and that because otherwise it wouldn't really matter what wall you're on. In fact,
No.
actually, our first answer is
That's
best,
true.
as far away from the spider's web as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that I have the intelligence and memory that I have now.
So it's just you're ported
Yeah.
into a fly, okay, and
Yeah.
the fly isn't preloaded with jam.
Yeah, because if I'm just like a fly in a wall, then it doesn't really matter a good goddamn where I am, as long as I'm not
That's true,
dying.
yes.
You know.
Yeah. So that makes sense. So yeah, anywhere English speaking.
Watching Caesar getting stabbed, Julius, that is, getting stabbed. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see that.
Not the little dog from the food adverts.
I don't
No,
know.
we hope
Take
he's
this,
fine.
Caesar!
Caesar. Oh right, yeah, there is one called Caesar. What? Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
No, we hope the little dog's fine.
Poor Caesar. Strange ad that. Interesting ploy for
What a
marketing.
strange thing to call a dog for selling food.
But it used to be called Mr. Dog.
It used to be called Mr.
Mr.
Dog.
Dog.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How very formal.
And then they changed it to Caesar.
Right.
Caesar loves
Oh.
bloody blah dog food.
Come here, you.
Woof, woof, woof.
They're too Brutus!
Dog chunks, $3.99. Get them now.
Get them now, dog junks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm big into Roman history. I'd love to go back. I don't know the exact thing I'd like to go back and see. Maybe I'd like to see Caligula getting up to some weird stuff. Maybe.
Oh, he was all crazy. That'd be fun.
Or something like that.
What did Caligula get up to?
All
Name
kinds of
it.
stuff. He made his horse a senator. He arranged massive orgies and forced senators' wives to take part in them as prostitutes.
Oh.
He killed and slaughtered lots of people. He did.
I liked the first half of that. I liked the senator horse and the orgies before the rest of it.
I think my two favorite ones. I mean, these are quite like mean. Was that he was really pissed off with how the audience in the amphitheaters responded to him. He was often, when gladiators were fighting and he had to give the thumbs up or thumbs down, he routinely gave the thumbs down because he was a complete psychopath. And often, the crowd didn't like that. And one time he got so pissed off with them, he heated up a bunch of coins, denarii I think they're called, and he just heated them up and then dispersed them to the audience. So they all went trying to grab it. And they got, and when I say heated up, I mean red hot. And then another time the audience booed one of his decisions, and he was quoted as saying, "If you all had one throat, I'd hack it through," which I thought was a really great line. He was so incredibly messed up, and he was actually just batshit insane. I mean, according to accounts.
Was he one of the ones that would have dinner parties and just release bears?
I think so, yeah.
Or he would put poo in the food, and even though it was food that he was eating, he'd be like, "You're all eating poo."
Idiots.
It kind of sounds a bit like that. I don't know. It sounds a bit more like Nero, but yeah, I think both those guys would kind of. I mean, that would be like light days work for them, Anyway, be interested to see one of those fellas get up to what they were doing.
Area 51.
So I'd love to see the admin, how much planning went into that, or was it just spur of the moment poo in the food?
I don't think I'd want to see the poo in the food incident, assuming it happened.
Yeah.
Maybe watch him getting assassinated. Although that's a bit vicious, but it would be interesting to see.
Definitely.
I would like the senator horse and the consensual orgy. The rest sounds...
It was not consensual,
Problematic.
even remotely.
Yeah, that's no.
Did the horse consent to being senator?
Nay.
How would you know?
Oh.
Nay. Classic.
Thanks.
Classic.
Joke of the podcast.
Yes, every podcast has one,
One
joke.
joke.
Area 51, is it?
Yeah, I'd be a fly on the wall in Area 51.
That's going to be really boring.
Well, from the bit where the Roswell, it's where all the alien stuff may or may not have gone in, because then I'd be like, nah.
Well, I guess then you'll know, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But
So
you
that
only-
might be really
No
boring.
one would believe me.
Yeah.
But
Either
you'd-
way.
You'd only have one wall, so that's only one warehouse.
You're saying people wouldn't believe that you became a fly, and that's how, and you went back in time.
People
Or-
are really funny about this.
Which part wouldn't they believe? You are actually stretching credulity quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if people believed that, then aliens wouldn't be much of a
Yeah, exactly.
would be much of a leap.
Once you've got them with fly and wall and going back in time, I think they'll pretty much believe anything you say.
I think you've got to choose your wall very carefully.
Oh, the Big Bang, although I don't know what wall you'd be on.
All of them.
Yes, that's true.
You'd be on
All the
everything.
walls.
You'd
The
be
galactic
Uber
wall.
fly. Yeah, just before the Big Bang. So pretty much before existence. That's what I want to be. I want to witness that and see, was there a guy constructing out of some sort of material? Yeah.
In the beginning, there was nothing except a fly.
that had travelled back from 2024. I know it's a bit weird to
Looking
start a
for a
story like
war.
that.
Bear
but-
with us. I think like there's loads of stuff with like conspiracy centers and aliens and stuff where like I don't necessarily believe any of it, but I would. There's certain bits that I'd like to know for sure, but we're never going to get to know for sure. Even when like the United States government is doing like soft disclosure about like aliens and stuff, how do we even know that's real? Are they just saying it so we shut up? Who knows?
Actually, being on the flying the wall in during Trump's presidency, that'd be a pretty good place to be. I think.
I would love to know if there was like malicious intent behind decisions he was making, or if it was just blind rage and incompetence, or just he wasn't even making decisions. Or I'd love to know like what was actually the process of power at that point.
I think I don't need to be a fly on the wall to know the answer to that question, or at least have a heavy suspicion. But it's more like, can we grab a direct quote? Can we catch him red-handed?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's he's quoted, and there's evidence, videos of him saying awful things.
It's not like it would matter. Yeah.
If only we could get him saying something terrible like grabbing women by pussies or mocking disabled
And then
reporters.
send it to Fox, and Fox would finally be like, "Oh yeah, no, there's the line, I guess."
or suggesting that someone with black heritage became black last week. These kind of things. If only he said stuff like that.
I saw that today, and I was very confused.
Yeah, I think that's how you're supposed to feel.
Like,
He's trying to say that she's inauthentic, but didn't quite come out, I think, the way he had intended.
Weird. You think he'd have his stuff together at
Yeah,
this
you
point.
would,
You think he'd know how to like construct a sentence or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's loads of like contemporary political situations. I would say I would have liked to have seen Bojo's lockdown parties, but I think that I would just be filled with rage.
again, there's videos.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
And then there's always the chance that you'll see
Oh, yeah.
people copping off with each other.
Especially Boris. He's kind of known for that, yeah.
I think he's bald now.
He's bald.
I think he's bald.
Is he?
Yeah, if that's a thing that matters.
I seem to recall when he was waving for Sunak's funeral. You know that they wheeled him out in the last couple of days, and he sort of stood there, and everyone was like, "What in God's name is he doing here?" And I seem to remember he had his hair.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
That was only like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I saw a very interesting Photoshop in that case.
Okay. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he's just wearing a wig. It's possible.
That would be, yeah.
What happened but do you remember when the US government, there were people from the army going, "Oh yeah, we found a thing, and there were non-human passengers in the craft."
Yeah, that's as far as that went.
Whatever happened with that? That was
Nothing. That's what we call soft disclosure.
But
It's all the rage.
But not much was
Disclosed. No, that's why it was soft. Because it was cold outside.
too busy milking the polar
Too
bears.
busy milking the polar bears to disclose aliens. They're pretty sure that aliens are time travel.
Aliens are time travel.
You heard me.
I said it, I'm sticking with
I
it.
said it.
We now have to run with that.
Yep.
Can you just say it a second time and say it right?
Nope. I'm not
Aliens
sure
are
how I
time
can
travel,
improve on
goddammit.
that. So when people see UFOs, they're not seeing aliens from other galaxies on other planets. They're seeing humans from the distant future traveling back to try and cure the diseases that, I don't know, lots of incest has caused.
Yes, but that's not possible.
What he's saying is time is sentient.
Time is sentient, Ben.
And then, that's why similar things keep happening, because time kind of runs out of ideas and sort of repeats.
Yeah. We're on season 3, and they're starting to bring in special guests.
Are extinction events just a time doing a soft reboot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time takes too much ketamine and falls into a K-hole, and there's an extinction event.
There was time was doing an okay amount of ketamine, and then time did too much ketamine, and now we have a problem.
We're sort of in medium ketamine mode right now.
Yeah. Do you not feel like you're in medium ketamine mode?
Now I do,
Now you
I
do.
suppose.
Aliens is time travel, Ben.
Aliens is time travel.
You heard me.
What was
Cool.
the question again?
Where would you like to be a
Something
fly
about
on board?
flies.
Oh, yeah, got it. Yeah. This is a good question.
It's a great question.
Much better than the milky animal one. We've like got a lot of material out of this. You could actually maybe cut some of this into the real podcast.
I haven't given a firm answer as to fly on the wall, but I think just put me in like the entrance hall to 10 Downing Street for just a month. I just want to see I want to see people's faces drop from being outside in front of the press pulpit. Hello, we're doing a really good job. Close the door. That's what I want to see. That would fill me with joy.
And you get to hang out with a cat.
That's true, Larry the cat. Larry the cat.
Oh yeah, I think we have Downing Street, we have Pennsylvania Avenue, and we have the Big Bang, and Caligula.
Classic 4. The classic 4.
Nice.
Right, chaps, let's wrap up this one. So what we usually do is I've been writing down episode titles and we're going to democratically elect one, but we're going to do social media plugs and stuff first. So, Martin, what have you been up to? Where can people find you online? Or in person, if that's a floodgate you want to open.
Do you want to dox yourself?
Do you want to dox yourself?
I'm just promoting myself and talking about my channel and stuff like that.
Pretty much, yeah. Whatever you got going on.
I mean, I don't need to do that. Okay, I mean, I do it. I mean, fuck it, why not? Yeah. I thought we were coming up with the name for this program, and they're like, Martin, what are you up to?
So we're doing that afterwards.
I see.
So the reason I'm saying this out loud is because we used to do it the other way around. And I don't want listeners to get confused.
Of course, I'd know that. And
You'd know that,
okay,
of course.
got it.
Because you're a fan, right?
Yeah, I've listened to a few, but it's been a while back. One to prepare for our podcast, the podcast we did,
Yes.
and this one.
Yeah.
I think I listened to one other one. Right, my name is Martin, and I have an online moniker which is Tantacrul, and that's it's a YouTube channel about music and about other things, mainly music. And you can find me on YouTube by typing in Tantacrul, Tantacrul. You know, and you can find me there, and you can find me on Twitter, and that's about it. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah, good stuff. Ben, samesies.
I'm on Instagram, Spike Pearson, Pierson. I've been on holiday. I'll probably be on holiday again. I post lots of food that I cook or eat or... Yeah, those are the two things, really.
What's your top?
I cook them or I eat them. I cook them, then I eat them.
Wow.
Sometimes I buy it and then eat it. But there's a lot of food things and pictures of me because that's what Instagram needs more of.
Have you ever bought it and then eaten it?
Yes.
Follow-up question. What's your top 3 holiday?
Top 3 holiday?
Yeah. What's your top 3 holiday?
Christmas.
Yep.
Birth.
Yep.
And sun.
Okay. I am at LT Guitarist on all the places. I am on YouTube. I am on Instagram. Threads is a bit weird, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't use it.
Fine.
I do use it a little bit. Oh, you mean this isn't a topic? You were just that was a throwaway thing. All right, got it. Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about Threads.
But it's not much to say. I mean, like,
Still
it's
sort of working out what it
bit-
is.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic. Zuckerberg just he looks at what's happening with Twitter, and he goes, right. Well, he wanted to buy Twitter back in 2007, I think it was.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And then, of course, they did the whole. Well, like, I'm doing a video about Facebook, so obviously,
Yes.
I'm got all this in the head at the moment. And then they went and did that thing because Twitter, the whole idea was it was public, whereas Facebook was famously it was all about being private and kind of being able to talk out of view of everyone else and all this kind of thing. They were like, wouldn't it be great after they failed to buy Twitter? Wouldn't it be great if people would just post their stuff publicly? And then they created that little pop-up. I don't know how long ago you guys were on Facebook. It was 2009. Did this December 2009, and suddenly a pop-up appears and it says, hey, we've got this new privacy tool. It's called the privacy transition tool. And you can, update your privacy settings. And then it went like, something along the lines of just accept recommended settings and get out of here or something like that. So you didn't actually see what the settings were. And if you pressed that, well, actually, it didn't matter if you pressed that or not. They'd automatically changed all your public posts and your personal information, not all of it, but most of it, to viewable by everyone. And then one day everyone logged into Facebook and all their stuff was suddenly public. And I remember that.
That sounds very familiar.
So Zuckerberg has form in trying to have a Twitter. It's well made. Everything Meta makes is generally well made. It's just God knows what kind of awful, terrible thing that's what sort of weird demons are lurking inside it.
Fuck you, Zuckerberg.
And they're like, And at the moment, Meta are doing this because they've been burned so many times in the last 2 elections. We don't have anything to do with politics anymore. And then when Biden said he was resigning, Twitter got the scoop, right? And then Threads were like a bit later. And then they're like, why don't we just get more into politics stuff again? Why don't we, let's see. And it's going to be, and if they do, oh God, is there going to be a 3rd election in a row where Facebook gets an enormous black eye and happens to undermine democracy in some crazy, ridiculously unexpected way?
Can't wait.
We'll see.
Very excited. I have 2 titles to choose from. We can come up with a third if we want to, but the 2 options currently are Loose Skunk Bits and Take That, Caesar. Brackets, the dog.
What would you click on? It would of course be. I mean, read that one with the dog again now.
Take That, Caesar. Brackets, the dog.
That's very UK and very niche.
Yes, that's true.
Skunk Bits, like.
I think Loose Skunk Bits.
Loose Skunk Bits.
Can't really compete with that yet. Will there be more?
Will there be more Skunk Bits?
No, more titles.
No, that's all.
Okay,
for this
Skunk
one.
Bits.
Yeah. Cool,
Loose
let's
Skunk
do it.
Bits.
I don't really know how to end the podcast. Ben,
over.
give us another top 3.
It's
I know,
over.
that's
It's
it.
done.
You did it. Ben, make a noise.
Ha!
Thank you, Ben.
Goodbye.